What's up? This is Ty. I am here to review season 2, episode 4 of Tyler Perry's comedy, The Oval. Why am I doing all this with my hands? I don't know. But anyway, before I get into that, hold on. We got a celebration. Hey, celebrate good times. Come on. Do. Or do I want, don't stop, get it, don't stop, get it. Hey, listen, you know why I'm celebrating? Guess who has 502 subscribers? I do. Listen, that's a big deal to me. I know it's a small channel, but I'm proud of myself because I said, Ty, yes, you need to grow this channel some. You got to be more consistent. So what I started doing was I started doing 3 videos a week, and I start begging y'all in the beginning, like, listen, help a brother out, hit that subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? Let's grow this channel. And y'all have been listening. Y'all have been helping a brother out, so I do appreciate that. So, hey, thank you. And shout outs to my new subscribers, Priscilla Jones, Rick Noel, Veronica Lloyd, Tay Money, Kerwin Rowland, Richard Anderson, Michael McCrea. I do appreciate y'all. And all my people, I got to give a shout out to my people holding me down. Y'all be in the comment section. DB, what's up? Welcome back. Missed you. Glad you're here. Simply Be Yourself 100. Quiet Guy. Kanija Hall. Lorraine Fisher. R.C. Kroger. Jennifer Calhoun. Danelia Johnson. June BLC. Check her out. She has her own channel. Tia Divine. Check her out. She has her own channel. Randall Brown, House of Sir James, Roro, Miss B, Ted Shot That, Treasure the Time, Deshaun Jenkins, First of All Mall, Janelle Gibson, and Christian Salas. Thank you, all thank you. Now let's get right down to this episode. Let me get my notes out. All right. The episode is titled, what's all this about? I don't know. The episode is titled The Fencer. This is the 4th episode of season 2. Starts off, listen, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go by characters. I'm not going to necessarily be in order of how the episode went. I'm going to recap like that. So let's start with the First Lady and the President. Well, that did start off the episode. Well, we know Jean, they're trying to get Jean in the box. Poor Jean. Stinking up the room. Jason done killed her. She's stinking up the room. They want to get rid of her. They find this sword. Now, this was hilarious to me because the First Lady pulls that sword out of the box, out of the trunk, and she's like, this mother effer right here. Talking about her own son. This mother effer. And the president is being real dumb. Oh, I don't think that's the same sword that killed my hoe. That can't be the sword that took the side piece head off. That can't be it. And it's like, she's like, oh, it's it. It's blood on it. And he says something about fencing. She's like, idiot. Fencing. She said, this is not the same this is not what they use in fencing, you idiot. My daddy gave you this, you idiot. The president was like, call me idiot one more time. I said, oh, he about to get Buck up in here. He said, call me idiot one more time. She said, listen, she got up to him. She took that sword, put it up to his neck. She said, give me a reason to decapitate you. She said, that will make 2 decapitated bitches up in here. That's basically, she said, look, just Denise's pieces and you'll be the second one. I laughed. I thought that was hilarious. And so they were having this whole conversation, and then they went into this thing with, well, how did this happen? He was at lunch with me and Grandma. So what happened? And they remembered that he came back into the house, and she's like, why didn't Kyle notice this? So now I'm thinking, because someone said in the comments last week that they think that Jason is being set up. So now I was thinking, maybe Kyle did it, and then he planted that in the room, but that's sloppy. But no, this is Jason. Jason is a serial killer. Jason's got 3 bodies. He got Denise's pieces, poor Jean, and now Grandmama. So he kills in different ways. He cuts your head off. He likes to strangle you. Well, he strangled too. He crazy. They got to do something with this dude. They got to do something with him. That is just completely crazy. Now let's move right on to Diane, Max, Lily, and Bobby down at Crystal Lake, the campsite that they hanging out at. And they're trying to come up with ways of how can they solve this. They're asking Max all these questions. Is something we got to take the president down. We got to figure this out. Max is a little hesitant or whatever. And they're like, we got to do something. Then they have a conversation where Max is talking to Bobby and he's telling Bobby, listen, we gonna die. We gonna die. The cards are stacked against us. Why try? We gonna die. And it's like, Wilson is like, no, we can beat this. We're gonna survive this. And then Max says, I see the way you look at her. And I'm like, what? I see the way you look at her. You love her. What? You love her? Didn't you just meet Lily 2 days ago? Well, not two. How you love her already? What is this? So he loves her. So we find out in this episode that Bobby loves Lily. I know that when you look at me, there's so much that you just see. I'm just trying to make something up. I want to run to you. I guess they're in love now or whatever. So they're having this whole conversation and what plot they can do and take down. And Lily saying, well, I remember my husband saying that the president killed somebody, yada, 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 blah, 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 this, that, and the third. So I'm like, this is getting interesting. So now Max and Bobby have a conversation, still having that conversation about what they're going to do. And then Lily comes out and Lily says, well, why don't I go back home and I can be on the inside? Oh, no. Bobby's like, nah, that can't happen. No, you can't do that. That's a stupid idea. Bobby ain't like that. And I have to agree with Bobby because I'm saying, ma'am, didn't Donald try to kill you? You won't go back? He fell the first time. You gonna let him try again? At first you don't succeed. Try again. You gonna let him try again? Nah, you try to kill me once. We done. Y'all better come up with another plan on how to take these people down. Or maybe we should just stay here at this Camp Crystal Lake and leave this whole thing alone because I'm not going back. I ain't going back. But this was her idea, but I think it's a stupid idea too. But we know what's going to happen. She's going to go back. We know that's what's going to happen. She's going to go back. And so I think it's a stupid idea, but hey, she's going to go back. She's going to go back. Bobby doesn't like that. Now, here was something interesting, though. They're in love. They're in love. And they're having this whole conversation. And she says, Bobby, because, with all this dangers, what great time to have sex than now. Let's go have some sex. We hiding and running for our lives, but let's go have some. Let's get it on. Basically, this is the perfect time for sex. So Lily's like, listen, I never did it outside like a wild animal. Take me out here in the bushes over here in the campsite and do me like you never done before. Oh, that's basically what she's saying. And I'm like, okay. Y'all got a lot of things going on, but hey, nothing says on the run like having sex that's going to solve it. So, her and Bobby go to do the do. All right, let's move on down to some of my favorite people on this show that make me laugh. He used to be, last season, he felt like the star of the show because it seemed like everything was centered around Mr. Barry. So let's go on to Barry, Sharon, and Kareem. Let's go on to them. But you know what? Let's pause that. Let's go back a little bit. Let me go into, since I already did Lily and with Lily getting it on with Muscle Boy Bobby, let's move on to Lily's husband, Donald, the one that she wants to go back to do this whole plan thing. Donald was there with Kyle. They're looking like they're just happy and blissful. And yeah, man, you put it on me. He's what he's telling Kyle. And Kyle even said something like, oh, you're thinking about her. She's not coming back. Kyle will kill her. I think she should. I don't like that idea of her going back. But Kyle was talking to Donald, and they were talking about he saw Diane at a gas station, but they were unable to trace her. But they're going to trace her, and they're going to kill her when things don't when things die down a little bit, basically. But then this was interesting what Kyle said. Kyle's a little jealous one. Kyle said, now your assistant, and that's the press secretary, the new press secretary's boyfriend, who we found out last week was abusive. He's like, yeah, he's young and hot. You like him? Don't make me have to break his face. So Kyle is jealous. So now let me guess, you think that Donald gonna try to make his moves on him and all this stupid stuff. And he told Donald that he loves him, and Donald said, well, I only like you. All that. Yeah, that was crazy right there. Kyle is nuts and he's jealous. So listen, we're going to see what goes on with that. I just had to throw that in. Now let me go on back. Let me go on down to Barry and Sharon, and then we'll go into Richard and Nancy. Oh, so they're up in the house, and Barry has the box of money, and he's like, Sharon, you gonna tell me what this is? You gonna tell me what this? You still lying? You still lying? And she's like, you always calling me a lie. This ain't my money. All the debt I'm in. You think I wouldn't claim this? If all the debt I have, I would claim this. And so she gets upset, and he's like, well, listen. How can I trust you? Of course I think you're lying. Look, I saw you busting it down in the pharmacy. No decency, no class. You right there in the pharmacy. Y'all got the gate up and everything. The lights is on. Y'all doing it right there. Anybody can see you. Of course I don't trust you, basically is what he said. So she got pissed off. Sharon got pissed off. And she went down to sleep in the living room. Now she's down there. This is what I was saying, y'all. Why don't Sharon have her own place? Barry's not your husband, Sharon. He's your boyfriend, and y'all have this rocky, terrible relationship. You got a job. Why can't you have no cousins or nobody you can go stay with, or somebody you could get a roommate or something? Get your own place. What is this? But she's on the couch, and as she's on the couch, here comes the pharmacist, Kareem. He's calling, and she's like, I can't talk right now, whatever. And then he's like, oh, listen, I noticed that a pregnancy test was missing. She said, yeah, I took it. He's like, that's stealing. She said, you told me to take it. So long story short, she's not pregnant. They have this conversation. He's over there, oh, baby, I love you. Dude, you need to find somebody else, too. This is too complicated. Maybe I just don't like foolishness. This is too much foolishness. He's like, oh, I hate to see the woman that I love with a man that ain't treating her right. You over there sleeping on the couch. Stay on the phone, baby. Now, as he's saying this, here come Barry coming down the stairs. She's like, I gotta go. Barry comes down. He tries to do the apology. I apologize. Believe me, I really do. He tries to apologize. Sharon's like, go to bed. Now, Sharon, this is what I'm talking about. You can't be talking Tony tough like that, and you in his family's house laying on their couch. You don't send me back. I would have been like, who are you talking to? That's my mama couch. You don't tell me to go back upstairs and go to bed. Matter of fact, you go find your mother and you get out of my house. That's what I'm petty like that. You don't send me back upstairs. But Barry went upstairs. She said, listen, go upstairs. So he went upstairs. Then this is the funny part. This is what I liked. We're going to keep it with this family. Nancy, good old Lord, Nancy. Here come Nancy. She tried to put her key in it. Could not open that door. And here's the nosy neighbor. You can't get in. Richard changed the lock. That cracked me up because that lady everybody got a nosy neighbor. She reminds me of my nosy neighbor. I got a nosy neighbor over here. Let me tell you, I step in that hallway. That woman, don't lock eyes with her. I'm sidetracking a little bit. You lock eyes with her, she be all in your. I feel like she know my business before I say it. I feel like she's reading my thoughts because she do that nosy stare. Hey, baby, how you doing? How your kids doing? That's just what this lady reminded me of. And I feel like, like even when I'm not trying to tell her my business, she already got all my business told. So that's the thing with this. That lady is so nosy, but it's hilarious. So she's like, you still can't get in? You sure you don't want me to call Richard? Because I seen him change the locks. I could call him. She's like, no, he's coming. So then she said, and I heard the first lady's mother died. Tell Richard that to send my prayers to the first lady. Then Sharon comes to open the door, and she's like, oh, Sharon's opening the door. She said, oh, Sharon, you back? That lady, that lady is nosy. They could have cast my neighbor for that because my neighbor act just like that. Nosy as hell. Nosy. Why am I whispering like she could hear me? She probably can. She probably can. But anyway, anyway, so Nancy gets inside. And this is another scene that made me laugh. Nancy's in here making breakfast, trying to be Superwoman, ironing his clothes. Richard don't want no parts of you, ma'am. Ma'am. Until you tell him who the Picky's daddy is, he don't want no parts of you. He don't want no part. He wants to know who the daddy is. So she's like, I made you some breakfast and I ironed your clothes. He's like, what are you doing here? Just cold. He's like, you need to tell me where you get this. She's like, well, he said, you need to get out of here. And she said, well, I got to go pay for the funeral. He said, where you get the money from? Was it from Picky's daddy? And then here comes Barry. What's going on, y'all? And here he come with the box of money. Is this any of y'all box of money? And they're like, no. But the light bulb goes off in Nancy's head. And Nancy's like, I remember that shoebox. You know why? Because 15 years, no, she didn't say 15 years ago. About 5 years ago, did she say 5 years ago? I bought Ruth, who's Barry's baby mama, a pair of shoes. So I recognized that box. And you know what? And those shoes, I remember that box. And she recognized the shoe box and whatever. She said, I bet you Ruth put that money here. So now they did this whole Scooby-Doo mystery solve gang Matlock thing, putting the clues together. Everybody's a detective now. Aha. So I think what might have happened is maybe she was trying to frame Barry for, I'm like, oh, you pieced it all together. Maybe she was trying to frame Barry. That's why the knife was in there with the money. And then it was like, and then Richard goes, but how did she get in here? She must have got in here when none of us were here. And then Sharon says, well, you know who would know? That nosy neighbor next door. So Richard is like, look, I'm going to work. Y'all figure that out. I'm going to work. Richard don't really care. He's like, I'm going to work. That's that. That's all I care about. Moving right along. Let's move on to Sam and Priscilla. Sam comes home, sees his clothes in the hallway, turn back around. Sam is going to be drama. It's going to be problem. But he stepped in there and she asked him, Sam, why were you saluting the flag? Why was your pole standing up? Why? Tell me what happened. So Sam was honest. He said, listen, she came on to me. She was like, I'll kill her. She was like, she came on to me. I tried to pull away, whatever, but I got a little excited. Then I'm like, you should have just left it at that part. She said, tell me why your thing was hard. Tell me. He should have, but he was honest. He said, well, she went downtown. She found the place to my heart. She went down there and did what she did. He was getting some head. He was getting. He was getting it. But he pulled away. He told her, he said, listen, I was feeling good to me, but I pulled away from it. And she was like, you what? She flips out. She's throwing stuff. She's like, I'm going to kill her. Priscilla, you ain't killing nobody. Relax. She's acting up. She's cutting up, telling him to get out. She's pissed off. And she's like, how could you do this? But the man explained to you he was so horny, baby. And you ain't been giving him none in so long. And so his boss, that was stupid when he did. This was stupid when he said, well, she commanded me to stay there. She said, so she commanded you to go down on her? Really? She commanded you to let her go down on you and give you head? Really? You think I'm stupid? That was stupid, Sam. But she was like, you should have just walked away. But look, Sam got a little bit. He said, I'm going to get a little bit. Then I'm going to pull away. Basically is what happened. So after that, she tells him, get out. Then she gets on the phone with Alonzo. Alonzo's sick of her. And she's asking Alonzo about Jean. No, where's Jean? He's like, listen, did you run this by Sam? She's like, why don't you run it by Sam? He said, listen, what's going on? What's the problem here? What's this thing with you? Something, is it because of the first lady? She said, what do you mean by that? He said, because the first lady did say when he gets in, she wants to see him. So now she's She hot, hot. So we have another scene between Sam and Priscilla where she's like getting ready to go to work. He's like, I can't let you go to work. She said, try and stop me. I thought he was going to push her. He ain't do nothing. Not that I'm condoning pushing anybody, but I thought he was going to grab her or do something. He ain't do nothing. Try and stop me. Like I said, try and stop me. And he didn't. So, that was that. So, very interesting. Go on back to our lovely First Lady and the President. And they're talking. And in comes crazy Jason. And Jason's trying to play it off. The First Lady asked him, who's under your bed? What's going to? He's trying to play dumb at first. She's like, you need to tell me. They have this banter. She's like, she's yelling at him and calling him names. Now, I don't think it's a good idea to call this psychopath all these names. You know he kills now, right, Ma? You know your son's a killer, right? So why you doing that? That wasn't the approach to y'all was supposed to get him in there, speak nice. Hey son, you want something to eat? Sedate him and then ask him questions or something like that. So she's like, you're going down, you murder, whatever. So they get to tussling, whatever. Next you know, he got her in the chokehold and the president pulls them apart. And that whole thing, she was telling him, open the trunk. He's like, don't open the trunk. They're telling him, look, we know about these bodies. And then she says to him, she said, did you also kill Denise? And he's looking all stupid or whatever. Then y'all caught when she said to him after she had her tussle with Jason, she said, oh, what? I'm going to be your third victim? He said, no, fourth. Then. So basically, Jason's telling us he killed those 3 people so far. And that's where it ended. And interesting. I still want the crazy. It's already crazy, but I want some action. I want some fighting and some carrying on, like they did last season. I need some foolishness, But that's it. That's my thoughts on this episode. That's what I have. Tell me your thoughts. What are they going to do with this next? What is this plan? Do you think Lily should be going back to Donald? I don't think so. I don't think that's a good idea. What are they going to do with poor Jean's body in the trunk? What are they going to do? Dump it somewhere? What? Come on, that's terrible. But yeah, that's it. That's all I have for now. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and check out my other videos. And I will see you all in the next video.